Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm doing investigative research on the difference between software engineering and computer science. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. Okay, so some programs in American and Canadian universities have both software engineering and computer science degree. Whoa, right? Like, what's the difference? So I thought, why won't I investigate what the difference is, if there is any, and share my research journey with you. First, I looked at the wiki definition for both of these terms. Computer science is the theory, experimentation, and engineering that form the basis of the design and use of computers. Software engineering is the application of engineering to the department of software in a systematic method. Okay, so looks like the definition of computer science really emphasizes the theory, while the definition of software engineering really emphasizes the application. Then I decided to email professors at my alma mater to ask for their opinion. It's good to have the opinion both from the academic field as well as from the actual application field. So I decided to go ahead and ask my friends, what do they think on what the difference between software engineering and computer science is, if there was any. I'm now on my way to Patreon to see my friend Jarvis, who works as an engineering manager there, and I hope he will share his thoughts about what the difference is. Hey Jarvis!
First of all, in school, they're different majors sometimes, but it really depends on the curriculum of the school. I think the dictionary definition would be that a software engineer is more based on the practical application of software, which includes some computer science fundamentals, and a computer scientist would be more theoretical based on the theory of computer science. But when it comes to industry, a computer scientist is like a scientist who's doing research, often in academia, working at a university, a research university. Where I went to school, Georgia Tech has a big research function, and there's a lot of people doing computer science research there. And then there's software engineering, which is just making stuff at your Googles and Facebooks of the world. So yeah, I think there is a difference, but only much later on in your career. What you study in undergrad, computer science versus software engineering, isn't ultimately going to make a difference on the type of jobs that you can get, because I've never met a recruiter that differentiates between those two things, because they vary so widely between different schools.
I also asked more friends to see what they think on the matter.
I don't think there's a difference anymore. I think that there used to be a difference in university. You could spend more time in computer science diving into a particular area, whereas software engineering was a little bit more structured, and you had a little bit less choice in terms of which electives you could take. In terms of jobs which you get afterwards, it's pretty much all the same.
I feel like the most important thing for software engineering is experience still. It's something you just kind of have to do it. You have to work on projects, you have to build things to kind of really understand it.
The first thing that sticks out to me is the science versus the engineering, where science is more about knowledge versus engineering is the applying that knowledge to make something happen in the real world.
And lastly, I decided to go on the streets of San Francisco, the American tech hub, and ask the people if they had any opinion on the matter.
Computer science is overall computers, and then software engineering are the people who actually do the coding and make the computers work.
Software engineering sounds a lot more specific, they're actually building something, and computer science could be just studying.
I thought it was a science, a study versus production, or making something.
No idea.
I don't think there's any difference. Never really gave much thought.
I don't know, but my guess would be computer science is more sciencey. Software engineering is more practical.
I just heard back from my professor, and he elaborated from the academic university curriculum standpoint. If you are studying software engineering, it's a fully qualified engineering degree in Canada and has a much more rigid curriculum, whereas computer science has a little more freedom in the courses you select. Talked to a lot of people, heard a lot of different opinions, but I would say there is a few common themes. Computer science as a degree is more theory, science driven. Software engineering is more geared towards application and actually applying that theory to real life scenarios. In some schools, computer science and software engineering names of degrees are also interchangeable. I would encourage you to look at the actual curriculum to see what is more interesting for you. However, when it comes to the industry, it doesn't really matter whether you studied one or the other or didn't even study anything related. What matters is your real experience. If you want to be a researcher, you want to study something more theoretical, you will probably have to get a master's or a PhD in computer science or related field. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click a like and subscribe and put the notification button on to know when the new content is coming. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye for now.